So then we come to test. So testing is why I wrote the book, or the main reason I wrote the book. I've seen teams do like landing pages and surveys, maybe customer interviews, and that was it, and they would just build the whole thing. And I realized there's all these other things out there that we can use to basically pay down our risk. So I spent a year doing this, which was kind of insane when I think back to it. I went through all the experiments I've seen with my teams over the last, at that point, 10 years, and I started categorizing them by those themes. So you'll notice desirability, and then feasibility, and viability. So when you have your risk as a team, you can say, oh, what kind of experiment should we run? Well, we're going to run an experiment that matches the type of risk, because nothing will demoralize your teams more of running experiments and then not learning what you need to learn. They're not going to keep experimenting that way. The other thing I did, also took a bit of time, is I said, okay, for each experiment, how much do they cost? What kind of evidence strength does it throw off? How long does it take to set up? And how long does it take to run? So I used dots to do that. And then the third thing that I included, which I don't think people use as much, are like capabilities. So what kind of capabilities would you need to run each experiment? With the rise of AI and all the tooling out there now, a lot of that stuff's baked into your tools, so people don't use that as much. But I would say they definitely use the resources and the risk categories. So there are all kinds of different experiments. I can't cover them all today, but I'll share a few fun stories since I can share a few publicly with you. But the way I framed it was discovery. So we have early stage directional experimentation to find any evidence whatsoever exists, like is there a there? And then later on we have more validation, which I think if you heard the term MVP, which some of you, I felt like, I don't know if it's like a safe word or something, or some trauma here. I used it yesterday in a workshop and people like cringed, so I get it. I tried to write a book without saying MVP and I was almost successful. I would say what helped me in this conversation was I focused on the type, so like a Wizard of Oz, which I'll cover, or a single feature or mashup. I try to go to the type and not have an hour-long argument with my team on what MVP means. That's not very productive.